Hello DS106 campers, this is one of your camp co-directors, Martha Burtis, and I am coming to you today to share some information about working with WordPress. This is specifically for our UMW students who have now gotten a domain and an account on our hosting collective, HippieHosting.org, but for anybody who might be using Hippie Hosting and wants to learn a little bit about how to install WordPress, this should be useful. So the first thing we're going to do is just go to the Hippie Hosting website, which is at hippiehosting.org. And I'm going to click on this client login over here on the upper right hand corner. And then I'm going to put in my username and password and go ahead and log in. And there's a little back end here that kind of lets you control what software you have installed, what files you have on your web host. For what we're going to be doing, primarily we're installing WordPress, which is an open source blogging or content management system. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But really, with your hosted web account, you can do all sorts of things, and it may be that at some point over the course of DS106 or beyond, you may want to experiment with some other things that you can do in this space. But today we're focusing on WordPress, and I'm going to do that by going ahead and clicking this Install Applications link over here in the middle of the page on the right. And you'll see a big WordPress box here on the right. And I'm going to click the Install button. And you have to go ahead and accept the terms of service for WordPress. Click the Next button. Specify the location where the web application should be installed. I have a couple of domains here. I'm going to install this on a domain I have here. If by default it tries to put it in kind of a subdirectory, which means that for people to get to your site or your blog, they'd have to go to your domain/WordPress. But I just want to install it at what we call the root of my domain, so I'm going to just get rid of that folder name. So it'll just get installed right there at the actual root of the domain. And then you can need to decide how you want to administer WordPress. Hippie Hosting has kind of a neat feature, which is that if you want, you can go ahead and use the same administrative privileges that you just used to log in to Hippie Hosting to log into WordPress, which means you don't have to memorize another username or password. Or you can go ahead and set up your own username and password, which is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to give myself a username of admin. Make sure you write down this information, or don't write it down. If you write it down, memorize it and then eat the piece of paper, because of course it's, top secret. And then I'm going to just click the Install button. And it takes just a moment or two really, to go ahead and get that installed. So it's now been installed, and you'll see I have a couple of links over here on the right, one of which is for my administrative interface. I'm going to go ahead and open up another tab and go to my domain name. So you can kind of, oops, I typed that in wrong. You can kind of see what that looks like. So this is WordPress. This is the default theme for WordPress. There's a post here that says Hello World. There's a default image in the header, and it's just called My CMS. CMS stands for Content Management System. But I can customize all of that. So if I jump back over to my tab where I had Hippie Hosting open, I'm going to click this link here on the right that says Administrative Interface. That's going to open yet another tab. Go ahead and click Continue. It's just kind of a throughway to the back end for WordPress. Click this. There we go. And now I am logged in. This is the back end of WordPress. It's really easy to use. And basically, for the most part, what you're going to be doing in this class is writing what are called posts. And posts are just updates for your site. You can put images in posts. You can put video in posts. You can do all kinds of formatting. You'll get really used to it. It's a really easy to use interface. In addition, we're going to be asking you to install what are called plugins, which are extensions to WordPress. They let you do things that you can't do with just basic WordPress. And to customize the look of your website by installing a theme. And I'll put together a screencast for plugins and themes a little bit later this week. For today, I just want to show you how you go about editing that post, that default post, and writing a new post. So over here, I'm going to click on the Posts tab on the left. Hopefully my internet connection will stay up. It's been a little wonky today here at camp. I think there might be some sunspots. It's taking a little while. I'll have to speed up this part of the video. It kind of suck if it stopped working. Limeade. Try that again. All posts. I think it's coming. I feel like I should tell a joke or something. There we go. There's only one post on my site. It's that Hello World post. I'm going to go ahead and click on Edit. And that's going to open up what we call the edit form for WordPress. It's really, like I said, so easy to write content on your website and to edit it. And basically, it's just a web form that you fill out the title, the body of the post itself, and some other information if you want to customize it. I don't know why this is taking so long. Again, I think it might be the camp internet. But we'll go ahead and edit this post, and you'll see how that works. So here it is, Hello World. And this is the default, text that was put in here. So I'll say, welcome to the Clarissa project. This is my website about the book Clarissa. I hope you enjoy it. And I've got a little, some like buttons here that I can use to, bold or italicize things. There's a really important button here about 2/3 of the way down. It looks like a kind of a toolbar over another toolbar. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. I apologize. Undo that. It's this one. It's the very last button that looks like a couple of toolbars. And when I click on that, I get a couple other buttons below it. This is a really important one. It looks like a clipboard with a W on the front. If you like to draft your posts in Word and then copy and paste them, totally fine. But Word is notorious for creating all this kind of junky code that gets copied and pasted with your text and can make your post look kind of crappy. So what you want to do is click that Word button if you're copying and pasting from Word. That'll open up this little box, and you paste your text into here, and then when you're done, you click Insert, and that'll strip out all of the yucky code and make your post look good. So these are all pretty self-explanatory, these buttons. This little button here is how you upload an image. I'll walk you through that in a little greater detail in another screencast. But for now, what you really want to do is get a post up with your first post, which is going to be your first letter home. And if you want to, you can go ahead and include your reaction to Michael Wesch's video in there. If you want to do a second post, that's fine too. So if you want to edit this one to be your letter home, and I'll go ahead and update that. And if you want to do a new one, you just click the Add New either over here on the left or up here on top. And basically it just opens up this form again, but empty. And you fill it out, you put in a title, you enter the text, and when you're done, you hit the Publish button. It's so easy. There's the Publish button over there. So if I were going to say reaction, actually don't call it that. I have a real problem when people complete assignments and name the post the name of the assignment. So say something like, Michael Wesch is amazing, because he is. And you can put something here, something smart, and then when you're done, you just hit Publish. And that's basically how you add a post. And if I jump back over here to my front end and reload it, so it'll just take a minute. Oops, little wireless issues here. Close that. Close that. There we go. There's my blog. Here's my Michael Wesch post, and below that is my Welcome to the Clarissa Project post. And as you add posts, they just keep popping up on top of the last one, and you're good to go. That's how you want to get going for your first post for setting up WordPress on Hippie Hosting. Go to it. We want to see some of those posts ASAP. So can't wait to read what you guys have written and your ideas. And like I said, I'll put together another one of these in a day or two with some more information about some more advanced features. See you guys.